This is the St Barth 85 Fly. Now, we filmed one of these, the 75, a couple of years ago. This is the new 85. It's Dutch built and it's all aluminium, and it's absolutely fascinating. Some really, really neat ideas on this one, and the layout as well is very different to what you would normally see on a boat of this size. So we're going to take you on board, of course, and do the full tour. And I'll stop briefly and just explain this, because this is, well, it basically gives you access from the quay, but you can raise this up or lower at these steps, then we'll go up to the quay or down into the water. You can use this as a jet ski lift as well, so you can put 2 jet skis on here if you want to. But also what this does is these steps go down and then this retracts so that this edge here lines up with that edge there, so the whole thing moves right in, flush against the back of the boat. Tender storage is underneath here, also engines. I'll show you all of that, but I'm going to take you inside and through and round. First of all, we'll stop and take a look at this beach club area right down at water level. This is really nice. There's another, well, there's several outdoor areas on this boat actually, so we'll see those as we go around. One neat thing is over here, because this chap here, if I find the right button, and this is actually marked toy lift, you can see it on there, that's where your sea bobs live. So you've got space for 2 of those in there. And look how they're colour coded as well. That's rather smart, isn't it? Let's put that one away again. These lights here are pop-up lights, so they will actually, I can't show it in a minute because I've got my finger on the button. Bear with. There we go. So these drop away and turn and go out. We've got access up to the decks this way, but I'm going to take you inside first of all, and then we'll work our way around and up and through. So big doors across the back here, of course, that slide closed. And then as we head on inside, we've got this lower saloon area here, and the bar is over on this side. Thank you. This is a liquid metal here, this material here. There's a lot of interesting design to this actually. So bar is here, you can see we've got refrigeration and so forth here as well, but the other thing that we've got here, if we come up to this end, is a utility room. So there we go, storage, laundry, that kind of stuff. That's all in there. Very helpful. There we go, let's press on around a bit further. This is a big space, isn't it? It's a lovely entertaining space. And as we saw, it is directly off of the aft deck there. Very nice indeed. The other thing we've got down here then is the owner's cabin. So all of the guest cabins and crew cabins are forward. The owner's cabin is aft back here. This one is dayheads. And this one is the owner's cabin. So there's doors here, of course, to close this off. But that is a big space, isn't it? Full beam of the boat. Look at these lights up here. They're bronze and they're made in Portugal. Storage dotted around, I'll show you that as we get a little bit further in. Lovely spot to tuck yourself away down here. That one is through to some of the service areas. In fact, you can see there's a hinged hatch there. That takes you right down into the hull. So those are your inverters and chargers and so forth. A bit of storage there as well, useful for big bags. People roll on bags and that kind of thing. You've got somewhere to tuck them away. So this is shelving along here. And we've got wardrobe here as well next to it. Like so. And then we go to the ensuite. This is neat. This is the mountain range of St Barths reversed, like a negative, and made into a sink. Isn't that neat? So much nice ideas on here. And as we go through here, then we can go from here through to the shower. Massive rainfall shower. Look at the size of that. And this is all real stone here as well, apparently. That's very nice, isn't it? And then again, you've got more shelving, more wardrobes, that sort of stuff is down over on this side. And there we go, dressing table is here. But yeah, what a nice space, and very, very private because it's separate to all of the other cabins, which we will see as we carry on through. So there's a stairway on up through here. This will take us up to the main deck. And that is chasing people away again, aren't I? That is the main deck. So the galley is down through this side. You can see there's a lot of refrigeration down here. We've got the hob with the extractor fan built in. The tapanaki is there as well. We've got a steam oven here. Dishwasher, trash compactor, all that kind of stuff. And of course, loads of storage dotted around as you'd expect. We won't open it all, but just to give you a flavour, that is like that. There we go. And then the interior dining or lounging is over on this side. I love this day bed they've put at the back here. That is a lovely spot to tuck yourself away, isn't it? And then from here you can go straight out onto the aft deck, so that's at a higher level. We'll come back and look at that when we loop around the boat. But I'll take you forward first of all. Again, we've got this liquid metal finish on here. Look at this. Some lovely details on here. And then up here there's a really nice relaxing area right next to the helm. That's a great place to be when the boat's underway, but also a lovely spot to tuck yourself away. And we've got sirens in the background. Let's see if we can make those disappear. That's better. So lower helm is here. There is a Flybridge helm as well, of course. We've got wine cooler down here also. But what's nice about this, I've noticed, is well, there's a couple of things. The window line comes down really low, so when you're sat down, you've got a great view, but also from here, it's a real kind of surround view all the way. Look at this. Not many blind spots. That's fantastic, isn't it? Side access door will go out through there in a moment and take a wander around the decks, and the helm itself then is here. We'll just, there we go. She's on IPS, so we've got the joystick control there. We'll go and take a look at the engines, bow thruster, and then Garmin screens all the way across for the operating system, navigation, engine instrumentation, all that kind of stuff is all controlled from there. And we've got the Schneitner stabilisation controls here as well. There we go. But we're right up high and near the front of the boat here, so the visibility is really good. Excellent. Let's press on down. So guest cabins are down here, and also crew spaces. I like the way they've rounded all the corners. You can see as they come around here, all these bits are all very nicely done. We'll go back first of all. There's two VIP cabins. They're back here, like so. Again, with these beautiful Portuguese lamps. I think they're bronze. Storage in here, of course, usual kind of thing you'd expect to find. And then that's a little wardrobe in there. There we go. But again, all nicely formed and curved as it goes on round. It's lovely. The ensuite to this one is back here. Again, you've got these neat sinks and quite a big shower in this one as well. If we come down here, again, it's rainfall, of course, but it's a good size. And the loo is there. Worth mentioning, actually, there's pocket doors that come out of here. So if I just do that, there we go. That slides across to close that off if you want it to. Disappears like so. There we go. Little dressing table over there as well. Love these doors here. Look at this. This is like a textured feel. If I move around, you can see how the light changes on there, because it's not a pattern, it's a texture. That's really lovely. Okay, on again. We've got a pretty much identical one over on this side. There we go. So again, storage down here. It's a mirror image really, isn't it? Heads back here. Pocket door that slides out of here. And a little dressing table. Same kind of deal, isn't it? And then if we come on forward again, these are the air conditioning controls here. Again, these beautiful textured doors. Another cabin over on this side, so that's taking us up to 4. Again, bits of storage everywhere. Thusly. Nice, isn't it? Ensuite, of course, that's tucked away back here. Again, pocket door. Again, the shower. Again, the sink. And again, I'm pointing out the blindingly obvious. I'll shut up and keep going. Now, forward of this can be further guest areas if it is owner operated. If you want crew, this will become a crew space, but you can see the standard of quality is exactly the same. So in through here, there's a small cabin over on this side, or a small bed on this side, I should say. And again, of course, storage in places like this. And then forward of this, we've got bunks there. And also, there's direct access to the deck from here as well, straight up through there. So you don't have to go through the guest areas to get to this. You can come straight down from deck level. Loads of storage again, like so. And then both of these cabins share this one here. So we've got the separate shower, we've got the sink, we've got the loo, and a mirror wave. There we are. You thought I'd forgotten, didn't you? But that's only because I did. So there we go. So you've got those 3 cabins for guests, you've got the owner's cabin further back, and then you've got these cabins in addition. Not short of space, is it? That's lovely. Let's press on up and through a bit further. We've got another tour going on. You've got a bigger camera than me, I'm feeling jealous. There we go. Let's go around the outside. So this will take us aft or forward. You can do this on both sides, of course. And up here, a few things to talk about. Somebody else we're chasing away. We've got like wine fridges about the place. These pop-up lights again, dotted around. Hot tub is up here. Look at this. This is a good size. Sunbathing either side of it. And this is really neat because this is the anchor system. It's completely flush, but what you do when you activate it is that this then hinges open, and then you have the whole anchor mechanism raises up out of it, lowers over the front, and that's your anchor good to go. It's really, really clever. It looks a bit James Bond as it activates, and then of course folds away again completely flush. Another thing that I found up here which I really like, if I can find it, these little buttons here, these are cleats, but they're powered cleats. I've not seen these before. I wonder if I can show you. Look at that. How nifty is that? I don't think I've ever seen that done before. That's fantastic. There we go. We've got a nice big seating area here as well. It's a lovely place to be right at the front of the boat. And you can see these big wraparound screens here as well. And there's a Flybridge up on the top, which is where we're going next. Looks like there's some people up there, so we'll go and annoy them. This absolutely gorgeous classic alongside us is Lady Hertha, and we have a full tour of that, and if you've not seen it, you must. It is one of the most beautiful boats I've ever stepped foot aboard. So yeah, check that one out. If it's not on the channel, it will be coming soon. So if we come right back here, nice. This is bringing us back to, I'll find my way in, hang on, there we are. The aft deck. So that is the saloon area we were in, where the galley was and the dining and the lower helm. This is what's behind it. And it's a nice private area because you're raised up, you're well above the quay, got sunbathing behind it, so you're set well forward. These tables are height adjustable. You can see the buttons of them down here. And I think you can move them laterally as well, sort of into the corners if you want to. There we go, that's the controls for those. And you've got access then back out on that side, exactly the same as we just came through. But a big space again, isn't it? There's lots of lovely outdoor and indoor spaces on this. It's a really nice boat to move around and to be on. Okay, we're going to head up So there is a bit of filming going on here, but we will try and be as discreet as possible. So what we'll do, we'll come back and I'll show you this first of all. So what we've got here is the arch for things like the radar, the satellite domes, the antennas, spotlight, that sort of thing. But what's interesting is you can see it split here, and you can have an option where you can have this whole thing powered, so it'll go down flat. So if you are somewhere like Miami where you might need to be going into some bridges, that will do that. And then we've got these glass screens all the way around the back, so it feels very open, but it is actually very safe. There we go. If I spin on round, that's how we're looking further forward. Another fridge, a drawer fridge in here. Also, barbecue underneath that one. I'm pretty sure there's one of those on the aft deck as well, actually, now I think about it. The beach club deck. Some very nice seating areas up around here. Again, it's all very comfortable, isn't it? It's all very convivial. And then the upper helm is here. Again with the Garmin screens. This one's got the Garmin surround camera view. So it's stitching views from cameras around the boat to give you a 360 view. I don't know how you can see that. Hopefully you can see that fairly well. Right around the boat. That's actually a live view. So if somebody walks past, we'll see them. But of course nobody is at the minute. But yeah, that's what that is. And then you've got cameras, views out of the back and out of the front and so forth. Another one over here, again, set these up for navigation or engine instrumentation or whatever else you like. But what's neat is they've put one on this side as well. So these guys lounging around here can keep an eye on the track and the course and see where we are. Much less, oh, we're nearly there yet. Not that you get a lot of that on a boat like this. Look at this. This is fabulous, isn't it? That's really, really nice. Okay, that is the interior and most of the deck. I think I'll take you down now and we'll check out that engine space. And we'll talk about performance. Okay, so if we go back out this way, this is back onto the side deck that we came along from that forward area where the hot tub was, but here we can go down the side, so you can move right around this boat without going through the interior, if you wish to. And it's mirrored on the other side. There we go, so that takes you right up back to the front again. There we go, and here's another one somewhere. Storage underneath here and so forth. Okay, let's power up this hatch here and we'll talk about motors. So one of these switches will operate that. Here we go. Crane, hatch, platform. Hatch open. Here we go. So there's a couple of things to talk about here, the most obvious of which is the tender storage, completely concealed tender storage, and there's a crane for it here. In fact, I can probably push the crane button. There we go. That's your crane for lifting your tender in and out. Let's put that away again. Does look pleased to see us, doesn't it? There we are. You'll notice there's little drain holes in this, and that's because if you're putting your tender in there and it's wet because you've been washing it down or whatever, the water doesn't collect in it. There's a lot of clever thinking. The other thing you'll notice in here is these steps that go down. That's because you don't need to get this up to get to the engines. There is access hatches just down here. But we'll have a look through here while we've got this up. Let me just drop down a little bit so that you can see. There we go. We've got Volvo Penta IPS 350s in here. Let's just shuffle a little bit further forward. In fact, I can probably get right down into here and show you properly, can't I? There we go. Quite a nice engineering space down here actually, look at this. Well lit as well, it's all going on, isn't it? So yes, IPS 1350s, they're 1,000 horsepower each. Their pod drive, of course, being IPS. And they're giving this boat about 28 knots flat out, and she'll cruise at 18 with a 500 mile range. Or if you want serious distance, you drop it back to 10 knots, and then you're out to over 1,000 miles. In fact, at 10 knots, it's only using 65 litres per hour, which is very impressive. Other engine on this side, of course, we've got generator down here, all that kind of stuff. And again, there's a walkway down that side from the hatch further forward to this one. But this is a massive opening, isn't it, for the tender? That is excellent. There's another smaller generator as well over on this side. Thusly. Very good. Okay, let's come back out of here. And I'll power that one back down. Where are we? Hatch close. Nice. And that, my friends, I think is about the size of that. I'm going to finish up on the bathing platform, I think. And there we go. I just want to say massive thanks to St Barth's Yachting for organising that tour, and huge thanks as ever to you guys for watching it. Let me know what you think of that one, but that, I think, is something genuinely different. And we'll catch you on one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.